All right, good morning, folks. It's Tuesday, March 18th. Um, we remain sort of, working with the uncertainty around the Russia-Ukraine situation, and on Wednesday we're going to get the first FOMC meeting with the new chairwoman, Janet Yellen. So that's going to, bring about a little bit more issues. But I do think I expect us to have another boring day today. So unfortunately, but and then probably even part of Wednesday will be rather boring. So, anyway, in terms of the portfolio, you can see 60-ish% cash, a little more than 77% year-to-date performance. The positions, ABX, I'm gonna try to do this in a new way today, just to kind of so you have the portfolio here, and then I'm just gonna work through the ticker symbols as we bring them up here. Okay, so let's start with ABX, which is Barrick Gold. Again, continues to be a rather frustrating and very slow-moving stock, but then again, that's honestly to be expected. So at some point, I'd like to add or switch this out for a different stock. Maybe to Newmont Mining. I think Newmont Mining seems to be a bit of a better mover. But again, this is just me being still marginally bullish on gold here for the near term, and some of the mining stocks. Next, Tesla short calls. Tesla remains trading in this choppy pattern that I said. So to me, this is just fine. I'm just collecting time or theta, slowly sort of erasing the premium of the position, although very, very slowly. But again, unless the stock actually do something, and I'm happy with this position as it's not hurting me at all. In fact, it's just benefiting. JC Penney on the long side, it continues to trade in a very tight pattern. Again, this is a pretty quick mover, so I'm happy for it to just consolidate here. Need to watch it closely, but for the time being, looks okay. Again, I'm long the stock. I think it has room into $10 range. Then we're long BWLD. Had a very nice move. Excuse me, yesterday. Buffalo Wild Wings. I mentioned it in the late afternoon daily wrap up blog post. You can see still holding on here, and just pretty much all good here. No complaints. Just needs the broader market to go higher. Then Twitter, we're up a little less than 1.5% on this position. In this position, I guess is the more correct way of saying it. But the stock still feels heavy. It just doesn't look like it can out of its own way. The only thing we have to watch out for here is we have the company CEOs in China this week, so maybe some positive comments come out of that, and then the stock rips higher. But it doesn't look great yet, so I'm happy to be short the stock. Last but not least, I bought ROST, which is a stock I mentioned yesterday and over the weekend. This is Ross Stores Discount Retail. I'm sure most of you are familiar there with this place. Always a bit messy when you go to a place to that store. It just seems to be rather mayhem-like, but the stock seems to somehow be working higher. I'm not quite sure what. It's not a huge mover, so I'm not expecting to make 10% in this trade. If I can make 3-4% in this stock, even 2%, I'm honestly quite happy. It's fine. We'll just we'll get back out of it when this is taking place. Otherwise, a couple new things to watch. I mentioned iRobot yesterday, so I guess it's not entirely new, and the stock. I'm watching it very closely, but it did yesterday announce a new robot, which was basically the reason why the stock rallied something like 5-6% or so. It did also bounce where it needed to at lateral support, the first level of lateral support. Also, the 50-day moving average came in as support last Friday, and yesterday was just basically follow through buying. So I'd like to see the stock to hold a bit better up here before going long, but it's starting to show some better signs. And then I also am looking at Chesapeake Energy. They're splitting a part of the company off. The stock just looks weak. It's breaking below its 200-day moving average here. We'll see if this is not going to be a breakout, but it looks like the second try here, maybe the charm. Here it bounced in February. Maybe now it's not going to be so lucky and it's going to turn lower. So something to watch on the short side. Otherwise, again, stock market just one big game of chicken right now. I think we're doing very well by being a little bit defensive. Again, I want to protect those gains we've had in this year. And once the stock market's ready to do something again in the other direction, we'll definitely be pressing our bets. and should be able to pick up another 200-300 basis points in terms of performance rather quickly. So hope this makes sense. If you got any questions, as always, please let me know, and good luck out there.